They said it wasn't humanly possible. But now you can have all the power and excitement of Nintendo right in the palm of your hand. Introducing Game Boy. It's portable, it's in stereo, and its games are interchangeable. Plus, Game Boy comes with the outrageous new game, Tetris. And for head-to-head competition, use the revolutionary video link and blow your opponent away. Game Boy, only from Nintendo. Now you're playing with power, portable power.
7-Up would like to give you a gift of holiday cheer. Just clip 4 proofs of purchase from 2-liter bottles of any refreshing 7-Up product. Take them to Toys R Us. And for just $19.99, you get the new Spot Game Pack for Nintendo Game Boy. A $5 savings. Just in time for Christmas. Put 7-Up in your holiday and make the season bright.
And now, look here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Stop. Now that's enough.
Disney's Beauty and the Beast on Game Boy Color.
Get into it.
Is rated E for everyone on Game Boy Color. Get into it. Game Boy Color.
Get into it.
Oh, how sweet. Okay, so it's not a Game Boy, but I guess her heart's in the right place. By the window, second shelf down on the right. Got 40 pounds burning a hole in your pocket? You could either buy a Game Boy like this or own a pair of pants like this. Man, this Tetris 2 is giving me a headache. And I don't even have a head. Brian, people ask, how do you cope with being a disembodied brain? Just floating in a jar with no girls, no music, no car, no parties. It's not so bad, I say. I just play with my Game Boy. Till they all get here. Hey, you want to know what I do when I get bored waiting for my girlfriend to decide what to wear before we go out?
Nah, too frumpy. Too tight. No, too revealing.
I just slip into this little gray plastic number. Oh, yeah.
Konami's Castlevania The Adventure for Nintendo's Game Boy. In a maze of vampire crypts and unearthly evils, it is about to sink its fangs into you.
Okay, who's been playing Construction Zone?
With new Matchbox Caterpillar Construction Zone for Game Boy Color, you can move boulders and tackle dozens of other missions. New Matchbox Caterpillar Construction Zone cartridge for Game Boy and Game Boy Color cartridge and system sold separately.
It's a blast from the past. All your favorite arcade games like Asteroid, Centipede, Defender, and Galaga. So polish up your old moves. You'll need them to survive the arcade classics. Now available in 2-in-1 game packs for Game Boy and Super Game Boy, baby.
lots of jungle in there. Donkey Kong Country, rated E for everyone on Game Boy Color.
Get into it.
All right, son, point out the animal that did this to you.
The beast is back, now with 100 levels of pain. Donkey Kong, new for Game Boy.
What's the reaction to new Donkey Kong Land? With 4 wild new worlds, 30 savage new levels, cool computer-modeled graphics, and more head-banging bad guys. It's all the excitement of Donkey Kong Country, now on Game Boy. This game is so hairy, you're gonna need shots.
He's the beast you loved on Super NES. And now we've captured him on Game Boy in an all-new game with all new enemies and worlds. Donkey Kong Land. New for Game Boy and Super Game Boy.
Nintendo introduces the biggest Donkey Kong adventure ever for Game Boy! Donkey Kong Land 2! Plays on Game Boy and new Game Boy packets!
He's the beast you loved on Super NES. And now we've captured him on Game Boy in an all-new game with all new enemies and worlds. Donkey Kong Land. New for Game Boy and Super Game Boy.
You don't stop playing because you get old. But you could get old if you stop playing. Game Boy from Nintendo.
I called the witch doctor, he told me what to do. He said, ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, tang, tang, walla-walla, bing, bang. That means play Dr. Mario on Game Boy or NES. Tang, tang, walla-walla, bing, bang. I beat the witch doctor, and this is what he said. He said, ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, tang, tang, walla-walla, bing, bang, ooh-ee, ah-ah. And then he struck my head.
Your sister gave you the mumps. Your brother gave you the flu. Your best friend gave you chicken pox. It's payback time with help from Dr. Mario. Go head-to-head on NES or link up on Game Boy. Then contaminate, exterminate, and spread the viruses. When you score, you infect your opponent. Make them sweat, run a fever, get the chills. Dr. Mario. With 2 players, it's germ warfare.
Can I play?
Sure.
If you don't mind, Mr. Akers, I'll sit back here.
Easy, easy. Now go, go, go!
Watch that little turtle! This way, this way! Come through here! Yeah, extra points! Yeah!
With games like Super Mario Bros. Now in color, you might actually forget where you are.
Time for the bonus round.
Game Boy Color. Get into it. Easy. Now go, go, go!
This way, this way! Yeah, extra points!
With games like Super Mario Bros. Now in color, you might actually forget where you are. Game Boy Color. Get into it.
Hey, I'm Russell and I got Wayne here. What's up? And this new F1 race for Game Boy. Up to 4 guys can play each other at the same time. Whoa, major crash! Use the turbo, man.
Number 3's dusted him.
Each guy's got his own racer.
Whoa, right!
And his own screen and his very own view of the race.
No, he's got what's quick. I'm asking.
I don't know what Wayne said was. I don't know what he said. Anyway, F1 race for Game Boy from Nintendo. 4-player adapter, things included. Game Boy sold separately.
Round up your posse and check it out.
Hey, kid. Where's my lunch money?
We haven't been flossing. You haven't been flossing.
Get some hair.
Some respect.
Have some prunes.
Why, I ought to take this and just get it.
With new games like Ken Griffey Jr.'s Major League Baseball, Tetris Plus, and Donkey Kong Land 3, the world is a better place.
Nice earrings.
Nice hearing aid.
What?
Whoa, new Game Boy.
Yep, limited edition Game Boy Pocket Gold.
Can I have a go?
See you later.
Hey, aren't you in the 100-meter butterfly?
Yeah.
Your race is on.
What? Nice try, kid.
Limited edition Game Boy Pocket Gold with Donkey Kong Land. $99.95, but only while stocks last.
Game Genie, the big, awesome video game enhancer, is now getting smaller. Game Genie works its power on Game Boy. Turn Genie's power off and on as you play. Game Genie for Game Boy with super small code book.
Excellent!
Look, my eyes.
It's Game Boy Camera. It fits into any Game Boy. Just pick a friend, pick a nose, pick a friend's nose, eyes, ears, whatever. You can animate it, then with a printer you can print it out and stick it wherever you want. We call it photography. Game Boy Camera. Make fun of everyone.
Hey!
With a hocus pocus, you're in focus, it's your lucky day. Smile, you're on Game Boy Camera.
Nothing says you care like photography and Game Boy Camera.
Smile, you're on Game Boy Camera. Let's talk in there's a rumor, laughter's on its way. Smile, you're on Game Boy Camera.
Get the game with family values and photography. Get Game Boy Camera.
Smile, you're on Game Boy Camera. If you've been real good, like you should, wait till the holidays. Smile, you're on Game Boy Camera.
This season, stuff your stockings with photography and Game Boy Camera.
Smile, you're on Game Boy Camera.
New Game Boy Pocket. It's smaller. It's thinner. And now, it comes in 6 high-impact colors.
Herr Kollege, sehen Sie, was ich heute in der 7B erbeutet habe?
Nintendo Mini Classics Parachute? Das muss ich sehen, das fehlt mir.
Das habe ich erbeutet, das gehört mir. Und jetzt habe ich sie alle.
Alle? Donkey Kong, Super Mario, Fire und Parachute? Ich will den Parachute. Jeden Preis. Jetzt hole ich ihn mir.
Nintendo Mini Classics. Wer sie nicht alle hat, hat sie nicht alle.
Ich geb dir eine 1, du gibst mir den Parachute.
Responsible adults aren't supposed to have fun. Wake up. We can do whatever we want. Drive racing cars to work, play golf in our pajamas, tennis on the bus, or baseball in our mother-in-law's living room. All you need is a Game Boy. It's a personal game-playing system with over 200 puzzle, action, and sports games to choose from. Hey, fun is your reward for growing up. Start playing.
You really gotta get one of these.
Game Boy by Nintendo. Have you had your fun today? The adult world is designed to keep us moving. And while this may make us more efficient, it's not exactly a party. Luckily, technology has produced a cure. It's called a Game Boy, the personal game-playing system from Nintendo, with lots of sports, action, and puzzle games to choose from. And it comes with a puzzle game Tetris. It could change your outlook.
I'm sorry, sir. Your flight's been delayed.
Cool. Game Boy by Nintendo. Have you had your fun today?
Like to be able to race your Hot Wheels cars everywhere you go? Now you can! With new Hot Wheels Stunt Track Driver for Game Boy Color. You can connect 2 Game Boys and race each other. Hot Wheels leading the way. New Hot Wheels Stunt Track Driver cartridge from Game Boy and Game Boy Color. Cartridge system and cable sold separately.
So let's do it.
At the Kirby's Block Ball Testing Center, we bounced off every wall and busted every block until the game was ready for Kirby himself.
It's ready!
Kirby's Block Ball on Game Boy and Super Game Boy.
Recently, we compared two superheroes, Dashing Super Guy and Kirby from Nintendo. In some ways, Kirby lost big. No big hair, no big muscles, no weapons, nothing. All Kirby's got is appetite. Kirby's Dream Land, the thrilling adventure game on Game Boy. Kirby munches, spits back, and floats, saving glorious Dreamland. He's Kirby, and he packs a mean bite. Kirby's Dream Land, only on Game Boy.
Introducing new tilt response technology. Now you move the Game Boy, not the buttons. Kirby Tilt and Tumble, rated E for everyone. Only on Game Boy Color.
Get into it.
What are friends? Friends are there to pick you up when you're feeling a little down. Friends are there to rearrange someone's face when they're acting like a clown. Friends are a hamster, a fish, and an owl in Kirby's Dream Land 2. If you ain't fighting on their side, well, man, I'd pity you.
Kirby's back and the furry one brought 3 rowdy friends. It's a pumped-up, powered-up Kirby in Kirby's Dream Land 2. New for Game Boy and Super Game Boy.
Will you be my friend?
Some play games that go... and some play games that go... Well, now there's Nintendo's new... pinball video game called Kirby's Pinball Land. And Kirby's... all over the place. All you do is keep Kirby... as long as you can. Get Nintendo's new Kirby's Pinball Land for Game Boy, and we'll bet you won't go...
Alrighty, it's Mario's turn. Uh-oh, Game Boy fall off. Okie dokie, here we go. Mamma mia, that's some...
Mario Golf on Game Boy Color.
Get into it.
This is Bill after playing Mario's Picross, the mind-building puzzle game where clues and numbers uncover hidden pictures. It's as challenging as Tetris. Mario's Picross on Game Boy and Super Game Boy.
It's so big.
Unique exercise for your brain.
30 love. 40 love. Quiet, please.
Love hurts. Mario Tennis, rated E for everyone, now on Game Boy Color.
Get into it. 40 love.
Love hurts. Mario Tennis, rated E for everyone, now on Game Boy Color.
Get into it.
Be afraid. Be very afraid. One life-sucking Metroid survived the first Metroid adventure, and it's multiplying rapidly. You must help Samus save the universe again in Metroid 2. So we're giving you more power and mightier weapons to search a bigger world where hundreds of strange enemy life forms lurk. Destroy or be destroyed.
Metroid 2, The Return of Samus, only on Game Boy.
The future is in your hands.
Mickey's Racing Adventure on Game Boy Color.
Get into it.
across America with Mickey and his friends. Mickey Speedway, USA, rated E for everyone. Now on Game Boy Color.
Get into it!
Everybody's got a colorful side. Here's ours. Lots of new color games for Game Boy Color, like Tetris DX, Wario Land 2, Zelda DX, Looney Tunes Carrot Crazy, Quest for Camelot, and there's R-Type Plus, Super Mario, and Conker's Pocket Tales. All bring Game Boy to a whole new level. New Game Boy Color. Now the games are as colorful as you.
Perfect dark rated T for teen on Game Boy Color.
Get into it!
You can't catch all 150 Pokemon by yourself.
So close.
You need a friend to train with. So you can grab a link cable and a friend with a Game Boy, and with both game packs, you can catch them all. Gotcha.
Hey, little buddy, want a ride?
Pikachu!
Yeah, whatever. I'll be right back.
Where can you catch all 150 Pokemon? On your Game Boy, that's where. Pokemon for Game Boy is here. With both packs, you can catch them all. Games and systems sold separately.
Here it is, guys. Think you can unlock the mystery of the unknown? What do you think those strange markings mean? Just help me push. You can enter the world of Pokemon Crystal, the latest adventure from Johto with an all-new Pokédex. Pokemon Crystal, gotta catch them all.
Let's try this again. Now concentrate. Think Pichu, Lugia, Pikachu. Chikorita, Cyndaquil. Cool.
The new Collector's Edition Gold and Silver Pokemon Game Boy Color. A true Pokemon master may do anything to get it.
Oh, how about 5 more for my friends? Oh, hey, what's up? I'm Button, he's Russell. Okay, kids, this new Game Boy game. Hey, cool box. I mean, he doesn't get it, but here's what you do. Got you thinking, right? Because you gotta box them. And they make this little boxes, and then you close it in. Whoa, level 5. Yes. It doesn't even have any eyes. I know it's weird, but it sees you, right? Just. Then this little Mario guy comes out and starts singing to you. Weird. Wow. Kicks for Game Boy. I give it an A. Nintendo.
What it is Space Invaders for Game Boy and Super Game Boy. What it does is unleash a steady stream of alien forces who keep coming and coming, just like in the arcade, till it feels like a vice in your central nervous system while they fall down like two-legged hailstones. Oh, that hurt.
Yeah.
Game Boy Color.
スター・ウォーシャンの新たなる伝説がここに始まる。スター・ウォーシャンの世界がゲームボーイで登場。冒険の舞台は未開の惑星。新たなる世界で個性豊かな仲間たちを待ち受けるものは全てのゲームボーイ対応スター・ウォーシャンブルースフィア6月28日発売エニックス。
Episode 1 Racer on Game Boy Color.
Get into it.
Brace yourself. It's Super Game Boy from Nintendo. Play your Game Boy games on the Super NES in living color. Even choose your own color combinations. Play all 350 Game Boy games. How does that strike you? Super Game Boy for the Super NES. Game Boy games in color, intense.
Timmy tacos.
Yeah, like 2 Timmy tacos and a couple
Don't
of
even
mini...
think about it, pal.
Okay, if you don't
You're
have...
not getting anything from me, mister.
Could I speak to your manager, please?
Listen, you little blowfish. I've got a fireball and I'm not afraid to use it. Kiss your toadstool goodbye, loser!
With games like Super Mario Bros. Now in color, you might actually forget where you are.
Oh, who goes there?
Game Boy Color. Get into it.
Yes, your only hope is to team up with Mario in the totally new Super Mario Land. Guide him on the Nintendo Game Boy through all the mysteries and terrors of ancient Egypt. Battle all the horrors of the deep and master with Mario lots of weird worlds to give him a happy ending and make your world a little more fun. New Super Mario Land and other exciting games for Game Boy, each sold separately. Nintendo, now you're playing with power, portable power.
Tetris 2!
Tetris 2.
Tetris 2! Tetris 2!
Tetris 2.
It's not just Tetris. Now challenge the system or go head-to-head. Different shapes, different shades, and this time, there's bombs in it. It's Tetris 2 on Game Boy or NES.
It was supposed to be a game! Puzzle game, Tetris Blast! I didn't know it was full of bombs! Mega bombs! We never even saw it coming. Where'd everybody go?
America the Beautiful. Game Boy Color. Get into it.
It's the place, definitely. If you're into Nintendo games, and who isn't? Then get into Walmart. We're talking serious Nintendo game store. Because the only thing hotter than Nintendo games is Walmart's price. The Game Boy system is $89.97 every day, and radar mission for Game Boy is just $19.67. Incredible! Total follow the book plan is just $26.38. The only thing hotter than Nintendo games is Walmart's price.
Walmart? My allowance, thank you.
Walmart. Yes! Always.
Oh, the damage we can do. I love you. I love you.
Wario takes on Bomberman in Wario Blast on Game Boy and Super Game Boy.
I love it. Oh, the damage we can do. Wreaking havoc and destruction. Bomberman will never know what hit him. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Wario takes on Bomberman in the explosive new adventure Wario Blast on Game Boy and Super Game Boy.
I love it. You're getting very greedy.
You are me, Wario. You're very handsome. You have amazing powers. Plunder and pillage pirates' treasure. Bag a bazillion coins. Buy me a castle bigger than Mario's. Repeat after me. I'm the bad guy in Wario Land, Super Mario Land 3, where being bad is good and greed is good. Come and get it on Game Boy, greedy. Obey me, Wario. I am your master. Mario is your enemy.
The wicked imposter Wario has cast an evil spell over Mario Land.
Don't let Mario get the 6 golden coins. Don't let Mario reach the palace.
This is the biggest, most dangerous, most challenging Game Boy adventure yet.
Obey Wario. Destroy Mario.
Don't fall under Wario's evil spell in Super Mario Land 2, only on Game Boy.
The Game Boy Play It Loud series. What color is yours?
There's nowhere to run. There's nowhere to hide. Because here comes Yoshi. And he's up against Goombas, Groovers, Pooh Buddies, and Piranha Plants in Nintendo's new stack and sandwich puzzle game called Yoshi. Match the creatures and wipe them out. Play alone or with a friend. But mix them and you won't stand a chance. It's challenging. It's overwhelming.
Hey, Yoshi!
It's Yoshi, the new puzzle game for Game Boy or NES. Now you're playing with power.
Like your cookies! I know your cookies! It's happening everywhere! Confection craziness! Baked goods fattiness! Cookiness! New Yoshi's cookie! Yoshi and Mario have a cookie factory gone mad! Only you can help sort them, stack them, and make them disappear! 1 player, 2 players, or 4! Yoshi's cookie on NES and Game Boy!
Hi, Rick Mail here. I don't know if you're like me, immensely rich, talented, handsome. Isn't it a bore? Well, I found the answer. Zelda Link's Awakening from Nintendo. You play a medieval elf named Link.
You travel through many worlds, meeting endless characters on your eternal adventures.
So hey, next time you're Rick Mail, why not try Zelda Link's Awakening? I think you'll like it.
Zelda, involved and inexhaustible Nintendo.
Zelda from the very start. I got the heart, it's Mars to play the part. Down with Zelda. Creeping through with an overhead view, cause a man's gotta do what a man's gotta do. So I stay on track, collect the facts, never cut the slack, and I always watch my back for Jack. Down with Zelda, yeah. Don't understand, I'm the man with the plan, cause the power's in my head and the power's in my hand. Down with Zelda.
Game Boy Color in an adventure too big for just one game. Rated E for everyone.
Get into it.
はじめまして、マルヒゲ屋です。幻のカードゲーム、カードヒーロー入荷しました。奥が深いんだけど簡単に遊べて実によくできてる。この面白さ一言じゃ語れないんだよね。あ、それからマルヒゲ屋はゲームボーイソフトカードヒーローの中にあるからね。
新感覚カードバトルゲームボーイソフトカードヒーロー。
Game Boy Color.
光の中にはちっちゃいエイリアンがいっぱい。ちっちゃいエイリアン、もう捕まえた？
Game Boy Color。
よし。
あ、ドンキーがゲームボーイやってる。
あのドンキーコングがゲームボーイカラーで新登場。
お客様。あ、なんか喜んでる。
なんとディンキーのスペシャルカード付きゲームボーイカラー専用ソフトドンキーコング GB。
よかったね
ドンキーコングカードゲームも好評発売中。
桜大戦。
桜大戦ゲームボーイ激花組入隊ポケット桜、つながる、そして広がる、好評発売中。
メディアファクトリー。Game Boy Color。
白熱のアクションカードバトル、ドラゴンボール Z 伝説の挑戦士たち。
Game Boy Color。
試練が出るぞ、試練が出るぞ、試練が出るぞ。
風来の試練 GB2。
チューンソフト。Game Boy Color。
試練が出るぞ、試練が出るぞ。
風来の試練 GB2。
チューンソフト。
ゲームボーイ専用ソフトスーパーマリオランド。対戦型ベースボール、ケーブルをつなぐとファミコンでは味わえなかった面白さ。ゲームボーイ専用ソフト、とことん付き合える仲間がいる。
Game Boy Color。
今度のカービィは君の手の中でコロコロ転がる、ジャンプもしちゃう。秘密は世界初の動きセンサーカートリッジ。センサーがゲームボーイの動きをキャッチ、前へ後ろへ右へ左へコロコロコロ、ジャンプもピョン。カービィを転がして楽しい冒険に出かけよう。
頑張れカービィ。
ゲームボーイカラー専用ソフトコロコロカービィ。
Game Boy Color。
あー、ピチュー。
君たちちょっと失敬。ポケモンでパズルゲーム。
アクティブ連鎖で一発大逆転。ゲームボーイカラー専用ソフトポケモンでパネポン。
恐るべしアクティブ連鎖。
このピンボールさ、面白いらしいよ。
俺のおかげかな。
俺たち、あ、また起きた。急げ
スーパーロボットピンボール好評発売中。
やりたい。
Game Boy Color。
この小さな画面の中に風が吹き、緑が広がる、駆け引きがある、喜びがある、そして成長していく。素晴らしい。
ポケットに入る本格ゴルフ、任天堂マリオゴルフ GB。 育てたキャラは64で。
Game Boy Color。
RPG。
これぞワンピースが送るファンタク RPG。 テレビアニメワンピース幻のグランドライン冒険記。
Game Boy Color。
出会った仲間がいる、戦った友がいる。
君は誰と冒険に出る。テレビアニメワンピース幻のグランドライン冒険記。
Regarde qui est avec toi. Maintenant, Pikachu est ton partenaire dans le nouveau chapitre de la saga Pokémon. Pokémon jaune, édition spéciale Pikachu sur GameBoy Color. Pikachu ne te quitte jamais et tous les deux, vous attrapez un maximum de Pokémon. Ensemble. Pokémon jaune, attrapez-les tous.
それは振って震えて対戦できるちっちゃすごい携帯ゲーム機ポケモンミニ先行予約受付中。
GameBoy Color。
僕いくつ
25。
私18。僕まだ13なのに。
今シャンパーニュのトーン。
あ、はい。
すごい。
ドラゴンクエスト3ゲームボーイカラーで新登場エニックス。
レベル上がったよ。
涼子、何やってんだ？
ドラゴンクエストモンスターズ2出たのよね。2。姉ちゃんどこまで進んでる？あ、スライムとスライム配合するとキングスライムになるんだ。
なんだ配合って。って言ってる間にキング広瀬になってる。
嘘。さすが女優。っていうか今度はメタル広瀬に。マジ？ハマったのね。ゲームボーイ用ソフトドラゴンクエストモンスターズ2ルカの旅立ち3月9日発売。エニックス。
GameBoy Color。
あれはポケモンクリスタル。いやいや、あのスイ君安穏文字か。
未だ知られざる幾多の謎。
この少年何者
深いよねポケモンって。ゲームボーイカラー専用ソフトポケットモンスタークリスタルバージョン。
GameBoy Color。
あれはポケモンクリスタル。おいやいや、あのスイ君は安穏文字か。
未だ知られざる幾多の謎。それがポケモン。
君は誰だ？
深いよねポケモンって。
そんなにこの少年何者？
まだ君の知らない謎がきっとある。ゲームボーイカラー専用ソフトポケットモンスタークリスタルバージョン。高柳です。
渡辺です。
ポケモンって RPG だったんだ。捕まえた。みっけ。どっちに行こう。すっごい初めてなのに懐かしい。そんな旅に行って会えるの。行け。これなんだろう。
可愛いポケモンとロールプレイングゲームの旅へ。
かわいい。
ポケットモンスター金銀。
あなたも始めてみませんか？